Hey everybody, welcome back on this nice hot Connecticut afternoon of almost 90 degrees with a lot of humidity. I recently purchased an L3902 Kubota tractor. It's got about 37 hours on it, and I ended up bending my right side driver's side tie rod by getting it stuck into a mud bog. It took me a while before I got out of it. I was able to get out of it with my bucket, but then when I backed the tractor up, I realized that my entire tie rod had been bent in the upright position. So that means it's going to be changing your toe. So your toe in, because you're shortening the front of the tires, so they're going in, more of a pigeon-toed. I got the part from Kubota. It was $136, which I thought was pretty reasonable in today's ridiculous inflated prices. So today I'm going to go ahead and change it. And one thing good about having a tractor is that you don't have to have a jack to bring your tractor up so you can work on it. I'm going to end up utilizing the bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in the upright position, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, this thing is really bent. It's supposed to be straight. Okay, so the tools we're going to need is going to be 7/8 wrench or socket, whatever you want to use. You see it's kind of tight in there. We'll see what I can get in there. Then you're going to need diagonal cutting pliers so you can get the cotter pin out of there. Then you're going to need either a bar and a hammer, pickle fork, or something. So we'll choose the best option that's for this application here. So let's get started on this thing. Alright, we're going to get this cotter pin out of here. It is hot. And just this is 7/8. It's still easy to loosen. Going to loosen it, not going to take it all the way off. Just so you know, the new tie rod does not come with new nuts, so you got to keep them. Got a little mud around here. So I see the top of the cotter pin, fold it over. Okay. What I just keep doing is I just keep hitting it until it goes out a little more so I can get to it, and I can. Just cut them off and hit them with a punch. There we go. I'm just going to break it off. Since it's in the tie rod already, I don't have to worry about removing the tie rod. Not the tie rod, but the cotter pin. Alright. So now we have to separate the tie rod from, this is either called pivot arm or steering arm. I'm not sure which. I'm going to try a pickle fork here. Okay, that popped it. Pickle fork right here. Okay, it's popped. Okay, it's off. All right, as you see, this one is straight, this one is not. So what I'm going to do is, since it didn't seem to pull away from the threads, I'm just going to take just a general caliper adjustment from the threads. So when you finish tightening, you have to make it so the cotter pin hole lines up so you can get a cotter pin through there. I'm trying to find where the hole in the bolt is for the cotter pin. There it is. Okay, so this one's done. I'm just going to fold the cotter pin over. Cut off the end. Let's see where the cotter pin hole is. There we go. Okay, that's it. And don't forget to grease them. So they're 1 1/8. Set the toe. So now I'm going to adjust the toe, and that's it. So it's pretty easy changing your own parts. I chose to go with Kubota's parts because I just want to stick with Kubota. Amazon has it a little bit cheaper, but it's like $20. So to me, it didn't make a difference. It just made sense to go with the Kubota one. So according to Kubota, it says measure the distance between the tire beads at front of tire at the hub height, and measure the distance between the tire beads at the rear of tire at the hub height. The distance of the tire beads at front of tire should be shorter than the distance between the tire beads at the rear. I'm just going to make sure that it's towing in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go on the rim, inside of the rim, front of the differential. that's 35 plus 3. 38 inches. And I'm at the back. So it's like 35 and an eighth. Let me just check the front again. It's pretty close. So since it's like really, really close, I'm just going to turn it in, toe in, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to back it up, lift it up, and just shorten the tie rod just a little bit. So loosen both of these, the jam nuts, and just bring it inward. A little bit. So since it's not really a critical adjustment, I'm not going to recheck this. I just want it to go in a little bit so there's a little bit of toe in on the tractor like they want according to the manual. So that's it. If you do any front end work, go ahead and set your toe. It's really not that hard. Just have it so the front of the tire is going in a little bit more than the rear, so a little bit of pigeon toed, and you'll be all set to go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.